Thank you. We love you.
There's something going down over here at the Planned Parenthood in Madison, Wisconsin.
No belief.
Happy VD. Happy VD? What the hell does that mean?
Happy venereal disease.
I know, like, what?
I don't think it's a happy spirit.
I was gonna say. Interesting. How's it going?
Hey, good.
Yeah. Once everybody shows up, we might be able to like essentially line this sidewalk. If we get really lucky, we'd have enough people to go down by the fake clinic. Yeah. I think I'm gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here. How does one fight?
By building strong movements like this, by like building up unions, by
Why would we want to like fight the exchange of goods and services?
capitalism is a little bit more than that, because there are various economic systems that have occurred throughout human history and alternatives to capitalism. Capitalism is specific.
Just checking it out. How about you?
Like production and distribution that
abortion rights.
is inherently
Are you
based
standing on one side or the other?
Not particularly. I'm curious, what are some of the ways you think that abortion rights are under attack? Or is that your opinion? Do you think that that's under jeopardy?
You guys here, like, from the other side filming and trying to, like, be spies? It's really...
I don't know. What do you mean, spies?
Okay. I'm gonna ask that you both step over to your side.
a little bit more.
We'll stay on our side, you stay on your
Actually,
side.
how do you know what side we're on? We're actually on your side.
Okay.
What makes you immediately draw the line? We're just asking questions because some of these things I don't think are associated with a fundamental issue of what's going on here, which is having people have access to healthcare and have access to low-cost healthcare. And then I just talked something about fighting capitalism, but what if businesses want to contribute and financially support a private organization like Planned Parenthood?
I'm
It
not
seems like
talking
you're
about
kind
the
of
question
undermining.
of fighting capitalism. I'm talking about the
But that's
question
right
of...
there. So you are talking about the question. And my question is, I think
general,
people should have
but-
access to healthcare. And if corporations want to support Planned Parenthood, I think they should be allowed to support Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
And you seem to be like undermining my ability, or to feel comfortable maybe supporting Planned Parenthood in their mission, which is to
Well,
provide.
I'm going to ask you to please turn off your camera because it's not acceptable to film people without their consent. You haven't asked
Yeah, it
anybody's
is.
consent to film them.
Well, there's freedom of the press, so, I mean,
public person, public thing.
Wow.
so like what,
Security.
do you think that abortion rights are under attack? And
Well,
if so,
they are. They're sort of like undermining people's ability to support companies that provide safe abortions. Which
Okay.
I find very, very bizarre. I mean, they're undermining private individuals that want to support providers of women's health care and who provide assistance for legal abortions to feel comfortable doing that.
She's gonna sick some degree of security on me, I think.
For what?
I don't know. I mean, trying to keep it objective, trying to keep it nonpartisan, you know what I mean?
But it's very partisan because she's saying that private individuals that run capitalist enterprises shouldn't feel comfortable supporting Planned Parenthood.
You don't know.
No, it's very clear, very outspoken.
Exactly. So that's why. Yeah. We diffuse people. We're just not going to talk to people.
So are you worried that, I mean,
They're saying they won't talk to people who support what Planned Parenthood is doing if they support capitalism. So they're not supporting private individuals that are supporting a private company, which is unbelievably surreal.
so they would only accept the federal funding?
It appears to be that way, right?
And that because my response to the federal defunding would just be like private donations.
And they're saying they're speaking out against capitalism, which I think capitalist enterprises are the best supporters of private companies that provide safe abortions like Planned Parenthood. That's how the whole movement is to provide affordable healthcare for women is being undermined by anti-capitalist zealots. And in fact, want to nationalize these organizations and force people who don't support abortion to have to fund it. And then they're saying that people who do support the right to choose, I guess like us, right?
I do.
Okay, so we both do.
Yeah.
From being able to privately fund organizations like Planned Parenthood. They're actually undermining people who support the right to choose and support organizations that are privately funded or should be privately funded from seeking and receiving private funding. It's surreal.
I wonder if any of these people would talk to me. Probably not, but we'll see.
But like before that, he did one on like 3 parts. Probably.
What does this say here? Abortion, healthcare is a right. www.socialistworkers.org.
We just haven't been able to find anybody supporting private individuals, taking up the slack to support Planned
We don't have to
Parenthood.
talk to these people.
But why don't you want to talk to us?
Because you're being disrespectful.
Very respectful. I want to know why you're against private companies supporting a private organization.
Well, I wanted to ask, do you think that abortion rights are under attack
They are.
in this country?
They are.
Well, how do you think, I'm curious to know, like, in what way that would be.
Now, if you want to have a conversation with people, the way to do it is to turn off your camera and to have an actual two-way conversation rather than interviewing people without saying anything about yourself, where you're from.
We already have.
I'm Dan, I'm from Milwaukee, I do YouTube, I don't know.
You can check out his channel. It's pretty well known. It's got tens of thousands of hits on it. Yeah.
I happen to be pro-choice,
As am I.
but I'm curious about people's opinions on. I mean that's neither here nor there though. My opinion on abortion shouldn't really matter, should it?
I just want to know why you don't want to engage with people who think that private businesses, capitalist enterprises, should be
That's not true at all.
You just say to fight capitalism. You're against capitalism, but it's capitalists that want to support people's ability to have access to affordable health care.
I don't want to engage with the two of you, not because of your opinions, but because your approach is very disrespectful. Whether or not
very
you're
respectful.
legally allowed
No,
to
we're
film
objectively
someone,
measuring what's happening so that you can't take
whether
it.
okay,
Why are you raising your voice?
Because you interrupted me. Whether
Yeah.
or not you're legally allowed to film someone without their consent, if somebody asks you not to film them, the right thing to do is to respect their request. And several people have asked it, you haven't done it, and therefore it's really interesting that you have something that's about women's rights and you're not respecting the requests of women about agency over their own image, over their own voice.
This camera's right there recording us. We don't care about those cameras. Why do you care about this camera? This is all being recorded.
Yeah,
from there.
Planned Parenthood has a camera.
They have cameras everywhere. Planned
Can't
Parenthood
quite
has the
see
whole area
it.
covered. Why do you care? Why do you care about his camera, not their camera? I have no
She
problem.
probably thinks I'm like a right-wing
But you're
blogger or
not. You've already said
something.
that you're not.
I mean,
And you're not. Neither am I.
Depends on the issue, but
Well,
I don't know.
on this issue, I think.
I'm like most people. I have a mixture of different opinions,
how can you support
spanning
a private
across the
organization
spectrum.
by being against private organizations? It makes no sense. That makes no sense. That's all I'm saying.
Is the issue that, like, so is the Trump administration going to take federal funding away, and do you think that's going to jeopardize abortion rights, or like what is the objective of this?
The only conversation I'm going to have with the two of you is you need to turn off your camera because it's disrespectful. Period.
It's very
I'm
respectful.
not interested in having any other conversation.
Why are you telling
Period.
Planned Parenthood to turn off their cameras? No, you encourage their cameras. You should encourage all the cameras because it documents objectively what's happening and what's really.
And
being
plus,
said.
I mean, if the cops come through, I believe that the cops should be documented at all times.
Yeah, so do I. I think everything should be objectively documented so that you have evidence in court, so that bad people are punished and good people are given justice. I don't really trust anybody who wants their camera turned off.
Instead of that, why don't you just not talk to people? Because I don't think really anyone here wants to talk to you about.
But we're trying to figure out who you are, because you don't seem like you support Planned Parenthood being a private organization being supported by private organizations.
Okay, you're making accusation.
No, I'm making statements. She's against capitalism. She said fight capitalism. Well, what's wrong
No
with
one
a...
wants to talk to you.
But why? These are fascinating issues. I'm trying to figure out where you're coming from. I still haven't figured out where they're coming from.
I'm curious. I don't know, man. I'm curious. Well, the issue. I mean, do you think that like private donations could like recoup the like if federal funding got stripped from Planned Parenthood, could that be recouped through private donations? Do you think, or is that?
It's not going to happen if they're against capitalist organizations, because it depends upon tax deduction.
Or well, even just like a fundraiser, like a you know, led by.
I think it's a good way of doing it, but these people don't seem to have any comments on it. I mean, how do you keep an organization like Planned Parenthood viable if federal funding is cut, if you're against private business and those who are most likely to make the financial contributions necessary to support the organization, which is in fact a private organization. It needs cash flow. And these people seem to be undermining Planned Parenthood's cash flow by speaking out against private business.
I'm not sure.
I don't know either. I'm just guessing because no one will engage with us. We do.
I think honestly, I think it's a lot of dudes like signaling their virtue, and honestly, maybe trying to get laid. I don't know.
It's funny from behind the camera. He should be what?
I don't know. It seemed like a really antagonistic thing to say.
Well, what is the? I don't understand.
Because you won't explain your position on do you believe and do you encourage private donations and private organizations to make up the slack for what may be deprived from Planned Parenthood's funding stream once, you know.
I mean, that'll probably happen.
It will happen. That's why we're here. We're trying to figure out who's
like
out here.
I'll probably donate like
who's out here who's out here
once
trying
that
to
happens.
support Planned Parenthood once the inevitable happens. That's all we're here doing. It doesn't seem like anybody cares about Planned Parenthood.
But also, it's kind of iffy about what Trump actually believes about abortion in general.
Well, it'll come out of the House anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
He's been kind of like iffy. I don't know what his opinion on
but
abortion is.
the House is going to defund, so he's going to have to either veto it or sign it. So he'll probably sign it.
Yeah.
So it'll happen. The defunding will happen.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
We're gonna start a picket line, and we're gonna run it up and down this way. Eventually, we can do a whole corner, but I think for right now, we'll start at the corner. Just go down about half a block. All right. Do some chanting. Somebody got a favorite chant that they think they'd like us to do? How about this one? Free abortion on demand. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Free abortion on demand. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Free abortion on demand. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Free abortion on demand.
I'm down.
Can we do it? Yes, we can. Free abortion on demand.
Can we do it? Yes, we can.
Free abortion on demand.
Can we do it? Yes, we can. Free abortion on demand. Can we do it? Yes, we can.
Free abortion on demand. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Free abortion on demand. Can we do it?
Yes, we can.
Let's change it. When do we want them? Now. So what do we want?
Abortion rights.
And when do we want them?
Now.
So what do we want?
Abortion rights.
And when do we want them?
Now.
So what do we want?
Abortion rights. When do we want them? Now.
What do we want?
Abortion rights.
And when do we want them?
Now.
What do you want?
Abortion rights. When do we want them? Now.
Not the church, not the state. Women must decide their fate. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide their fate. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide their fate.
Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our fate.
Abortion rights in every state.
2, 4, 6, 8. Abortion rights in every state. 2, 4, 6, 8. Abortion rights in every state. 2, 4, 6, 8. Abortion rights in every state. 2, 4, 6, 8. Abortion rights in every state. 2, 4, 6, 8. Abortion rights in every state. 2, 4, 6, 8. Abortion rights in every state. 2, 4, 6, 8. Abortion rights in every state. Abortion rights in every state. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our fate. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our fate.
But
not the church,
not the state. The state
is
funding.
Funding.
Right.
Well,
Not the church, not the state.
It's happening by the state.
Right, but I know, but they're again speaking in circles.
Women must decide our fate. Not the church, not the state.
I think Planned Parenthood is like 1.3 billion
In public funding.
No, half of that is public funding, I think. But the other half is like private.
But per congressional funding is every 2 years, so it is like 1 billion every funding session, I think.
Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our fate.
I think it's public funding. They fund it like biannually or something. So like, of its 1.3 billion budget, half of it comes from the federal government.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They fund it like in 2-year cycles, so they get like $1 billion, I think, every funding cycle.
So there's $1 billion every 2 years.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Under attack. What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When women's rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When women's rights are
How exactly are women's rights under attack?
Stand up, fight back. Stand up, fight back. Stand up, fight back. Stand up, fight back. Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
I feel like gassy right now.
Fight back.
It's probably the McMuffin.
I know I shouldn't have eaten that, man.
No, especially with all like coffee.
And there's more.
Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna move up win.
4, 6, 8. Abortion rights in every state. 2, 4,
I think the one in the bullhorn is giving you the eye.
in every state. 2, 4, 6, 8. Abortion rights in every state.
Now I want to see the pro-lifers come through. Maybe they got scared off.
Possibly.
2, 4, 6, 8.
You call them the anti-abortioners? What do you call them?
2, 4, 6, 8.
The pro-fetus fascists.
Is that what you call them? The pro-fetus fashion?
That's what I call them.
That's what you call them?
6, 8.
Abortion rights in every state.
Free abortion on demand. Can we do it?
Yes, we can.
Why is the guy covering his face? Who? This guy's got his face covered with the bandana.
It's cold out.
It's not that cool.
abortion on demand? Can we do it?
Yes, we can.
It's a motley crew.
Abortion on demand. Can
It's
we
like the
do
bar
it?
in
Yes,
Star
we
Wars.
can.
Free abortion on demand. Can we do it?
Yes, we can.
Free abortion on demand. Can we do it?
Yes, we can.
Free abortion on demand. Can we do it?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Say what?
Yeah, he has a couple of channels.
I got one channel.
We do it.
Yes,
Two.
we can.
Really?
Yeah.
We are
Okay.
unstoppable. Unstoppable.
Huh?
We are
Look up Daniel Durst on YouTube.
possible.
DUERST. Subscribe. Yep.
We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We
What does that mean?
unstoppable. Another world is possible.
It means whatever they want it to be. It's post-modernist chanting.
I mean, I have specific policy questions that have remained unanswered.
And totally ignored.
Another world is
Yeah, I mean,
not really a-
world is possible.
Oh, great. Wonky protest stuff.
We
I don't think you're gonna find a
unstoppable. Another world is
intellectual
possible.
engagement.
We are unstoppable. Another world is possible.
yeah, that's happening at noon, right?
That's at noon.
It's a march, I believe.
Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our fate. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our fate. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our fate. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our fate. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our fate. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our
Maybe
fate.
Planned Parenthood will go broke, and a new organization will come up called Defeat Us.
Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our fate.
Not the church, not the state.
What do you think?
Women must decide our fate.
Start it up.
I'd fund it just for its double entendre name.
Start that shit up,
I
man.
know.
Not the church, not the state. Women must
It's
decide
definitely the
our
time to
fate.
start it, I
Not the
think.
church, not the state. Women must decide our fate. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our fate. Not the state.
Women must decide our fate.
Dude, we're the antis.
That's what it's Dane County. I think they're afraid they're not going to show up. You think so? I doubt they would.
So we tell them. We are the women. We are the
What do they They got themselves on their nasty mill. Yeah. They got themselves CC'd on, huh?
fighting for
That's
freedom
the key.
and human rights. And human rights. Everywhere we go.
Everywhere we go,
People want to know.
people want to know
That could work. You guys get yourself a little co-op in River West together.
No way, dude. I'm very much reviled around there.
Maybe on Willie Street here in Madison. You guys can check it. Open up like an organic food store.
Dude, all the guys are calling themselves nasty, nasty women. Have you noticed that?
I haven't noticed that they're joining that chat. Are they joining that
Yeah, they've been calling themselves nasty, nasty women.
Everywhere we go,
People want to know.
people want to know who we
So we tell them we are the women. We are the women. Nasty, nasty women. Nasty, nasty women. Fighting for freedom.
fighting for freedom
How much do you think they get paid?
and human rights.
I don't know. I
I think
can't.
with $30 an hour.
I can't. Well, I don't know.
Get up, get down. There's a women's movement in this town. Get up, get down.
It's a depressing sight, man.
Movement in this town. Get up.
I'm all for protests. I just like a protest where they actually have a plan for keeping the organization they say they support viable.
Get up, get down. There's a women's movement in this town. Get up, get down. There's a women's movement in this town.
Get up. Get down. There's a women's movement in this town. Get up. Get down.
Also, maybe the CEOs of Planned Parenthood could take a pay cut.
Get down.
Oh, I would say.
They get paid a lot of money. That's another
Deep
thing.
six figures.
That's another thing that I would want to ask. Like, don't you think the six-figure CEOs of Planned Parenthood could take a pay cut to increase access?
I would support it.
Get down. There's a women's movement in
But it's all about, I guess, them feeding at the trough.
If I ask these questions, I'm probably gonna be labeled
A right-wing whack job.
Yeah.
Which you're not. I mean,
no. I've done
have you ever voted for a Republican?
Never.
Never in his life.
It's been either.
That's the thing that's so scary about these people is that they'll call you a Republican when you're not. And there's no reason for you to even
Get up.
be
Get down.
ever labeled as one.
Only ever voted Democrat or Green myself.
That's all you've ever voted is Democrat and Green.
Yeah, myself. Yeah.
Get up. Get down.
It's pretty. I got gloves that you do.
It's cold. I
Could
got
be a
it.
lot worse. It's unseasonable. Why have they shortened their march?
I think they're trying to like gradually get away from me
But why?
because
What's wrong with you?
they don't want to answer my questions.
I know, but you're like a left-wing liberal activist.
Sort of.
I know, yes, you are.
It depends on what issue you're talking about.
Generally, I would say you're left of center.
My body, my choice.
Her body, her choice.
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 My body,
her body, her choice. Her body, her choice. Her body, her choice.
my body, my choice.
Her body, her choice.
My body, my choice.
Her body, her choice.
pretty played out.
My body, my choice.
Yeah.
My body.